Welcome to this presentation on version control in Omniverse. Omniverse Nucleus Server now provides checkpoints. Checkpoints are file revisions that provide a historical record of how a file has changed over time. Checkpoints can be used to restore previous versions and can be referenced just like any other file. However, unlike head revisions, they cannot be updated. Checkpoints are protected by the Nucleus server so that once they have been created, they cannot be edited. This ensures that the historical record never changes. Let's take a look at how checkpoints are created when Omniverse clients create and update files. Here we are in Maya. The Omniverse Maya connector plugin has been installed and we have connected to an Omniverse server. We're exporting the current scene to a USD file on the server. In the export dialog, we can enter an optional checkpoint description. We click the export button and files are written to the server. Let's take a look at the result in the Omniverse Navigator. Here we can browse to the header revision that was written by the exporter. In the details panel, we can see our first checkpoint. The checkpoint is an exact copy of the header revision. Since we are in the Navigator, let's see what happens when an image is uploaded here. Note how this image file is also checkpointed on upload. Textures, MDL files, audio files, and other file formats are also supported by Omniverse version control. Here is a file that has more checkpoints. Note how the file history is divided into categories. The first one shows all checkpoints that have a description. The other categories groups checkpoints by time periods, such as today, earlier this month, and so on. Also note that for each checkpoint, we can copy its URL, download it, use it to restore an older version, and we can even delete it if the permissions are set to allow this. Deleting a checkpoint is an undoable action. The revision will be physically and permanently deleted from the server, so please use caution here. Let's now look at Omniverse Create and see how checkpoints are created there and how we can make use of them. As you can see in the content browser, this scene has over 30 checkpoints. Each time a scene is saved, it is also checkpointed. If I right-click on an item in the list, I can open the read-only checkpoint to inspect it in the viewport. From here, I could save it as a different file, or I could choose to restore the checkpoint so that the head revision is reverted back to that state. Note that doing so does not delete any checkpoints. The file history reflects how we restored the file from another checkpoint so that we know what changes have been made. We can also reference checkpoints into a USD stage. Dragging and dropping from the checkpoint list makes that easy. A checkpoint can also be selected on the file reference property. Let's take a look at the file reference URL when a checkpoint is selected. Notice that it consists of a query parameter. The path we are seeing here is a shorthand version. A checkpoint URL can be written in a couple of different ways, as you can see here. And that wraps up this overview. Checkpoints is a foundational feature that we will build more version control features on top of in the future, so stay tuned for more on this front. Thank you for watching.